Hey, greetings everybody. GleeCon here again with another quick little episode of Lore of Warcraft. On our last episode, we recapped the War of the Ancients, and you guys got to hear my dog squeak and play around. On this episode, we're going to kind of push forward. We know that what's happening next is the Warsong clan has been sent into Ashenvale. And we also know from previous parts of Chronicles that and from what's kind of happening, or really in Classic WoW and even all the way up to Cataclysm, there's this tension between the Warsong clan and the Night Elves of Ashenvale. It leads up to some of the first PvP you ever see in World of Warcraft. So this is really where this all begins. This is something that's never really resolved. So stay a while and listen to the Spirits of Ashenvale, and let's see where we go with this. When the Sentinels reported that strangers were barging into Ashenvale, Tyrande Whisperwind expected the worst. She was somewhat relieved to find that these outsiders were not demons. Tyrande correctly assumed that the Horde and Alliance refugees were fleeing the plague across the Great Sea. From the way they fought each other, she also guessed that they were bitter enemies. Tyrande ordered her Sentinels to observe the newcomers from a distance. She hoped that the refugees were merely passing through Ashenvale en route to other lands. She was wrong. Some of the Horde's green-skinned orcs made war on the forests. They stole from the woodlands without asking, felling trees with reckless abandon. Tyrande had no love for these creatures. They were brutish and violent, and Tyrande would suffer their presence no more. The Sentinels struck Grommash Hellscream in his war songs. Some night elves perched high in the trees unleashed a storm of arrows on their prey. Others, armed with razor-edged glaives, descended on the backs of winged beasts called hippogriffs, or giant felines called night sabers. The Sentinels were as deadly as any foe the orcs had faced. That didn't frighten Grommash and his warriors, it excited them. They had been longing for a chance to fight a worthy enemy. Before long, the orcs found themselves severely outmatched. Cenarius had also been watching the newcomers, and he smelled the demon blood in their veins. Thinking that the green-skinned creatures were Legion's servants, Cenarius attacked them alongside the Night Elves. The orcs stood no chance against the Night Elves and their forest allies. Though their battle lust remained undimmed, defeat seemed imminent. It was in this moment of desperation that a dark and familiar form of energy called to Grommash and his followers. They tracked the source of magic to a pool of emerald liquid hidden in a dense corner of the forest. It was blood. Demon blood. How did that get there? But you also do see that in the various forests of Kalimdor. I wonder where it comes from. Let's find out. I think that's interesting. All right, so I think that sets us up. I'm getting just the way that sounds. Like, I don't know. Are we going to have one of these survival levels? Are we going to have a level where we win our objectives, but we lose in the lore? I don't know, but we'll play that level on the next episode. This one's in the pipe, 5x5, and I will see you guys next time on Lore of Warcraft.